they hear Sandstorm, and Sir Big Spur starts getting those claws sharpened. Williams-Brice Stadium comes alive in support of their South Carolina Gamecocks. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Florida Gators, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the South Carolina Gamecocks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. And the Gators will boot it away to start the game. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Gamecocks offense will get the first crack at it here. And here he comes, just jogging onto the field. But what's going fast, the heart rates of everybody in this crowd, Jesse.
Well, this is a special player. All eyes in the stadium on this guy. David, you know the defense, they're going to have to find a way to try to slow this guy down.
And he's going to touch it every single play. He'll be the main focal point. Can he handle the pressure? Can he handle the big moments? Can he handle this stage and lead his team in a big moment?
Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. The Gamecocks want to move quickly. Running to the left. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. They come to the line, facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. It's caught downfield. Tackled, but he has a first down. And the Gamecocks come to the line with a new set of downs. This dude is just exceptional in every facet. So fluid, such a great route runner, and a big play there. Nothing but green grass down the middle. The 20. Past the 10. They're able to keep him out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2 after the big play in the passing game.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get new touches in this game.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. He's looking to throw. He caught it. Oh, and he thought he had a chance to house him, but the defense tackles him at the 3.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Getting some heat. Avoids pressure. The freshman able to get home with the sack.
Man, that's just kind of frustrating for an offense. You move the ball all the way down the field. You got an opportunity on 3rd down, and you can't protect your quarterback. You get the sack, and now it's probably field goal time if you make a field goal.
It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And the first points of the day come on that field goal. So after the last drive ended with a field goal, the kickoff team out there to send it away. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. The Gators offense has its first opportunity of the day. You know, yards figure to be hard to come by through the air, but some quarterbacks, Jesse, just love to go at the star corner.
Yeah, and this guy's got confidence. He's not afraid to go at anybody, but he better be careful because this cornerback is one of the best in the nation.
One of the best, no doubt. I think they will trust him on defense to make plays. So you got to make a decision. Is my guy good enough to beat him on the outside? I am fascinated by this matchup.
Hand off from the shotgun. Got room at the 35. Really nice run there. Good. the sticks with a first down. The Gator ground game is lurking in the murky waters, and it has been most effective.
Yeah, and we've seen them in the past, man. When Florida's really cooking, they've got some good backs. They've got some good balance, but they've got some physicality, and that's what you want to see from this unit.
Bust through behind his pad. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down. The Gators are in the hurry-up. Quarterback flips it ahead quickly to the receiver. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage. This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. On second down, just keeps firing. Receiver looks it in, it's complete. He almost picked up the first down on that one, but he'll be just a little bit short. They'll stick to the ground looking for the marker. He'll get that one all the way down to the 4-yard line before he stopped. Fans are bringing the noise on first and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, Gators! Follow the blockers. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and, slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3.
Yeah, and I think, Jesse, you see so many offenses talk about getting yards and the tempo and all the stuff they do.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Snags it inside the 20. Touchdown, Gamecocks! And once he found some daylight... House call.
When you... Quarterback is going to give you opportunities, and look at him run by the defenders. QB sees it, stick the hand up in the air, catch the football, get to the end zone.
Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Hey, guys, got a final score in a big top 25 matchup. Nebraska rolled to a victory, and after putting up this kind of win, there has to be some Heisman buzz around a program that's produced winners of the award from Johnny Rodgers to Mike Rozier to Eric Crouch. Each week in college football, the tests are just so tough, and we found that out again today, guys, with another ranked team going down.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all offseason.
What a job to lay out and make the catch. The Gators want to crank the tempo. Fast motion from the offense. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is.
Hold it. Offense.
We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Line gets set, first down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. Looking for a productive play on first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He uncorks one deep. And the DB forcing the incomplete pass with the deflection.
Really nice play by the defender, being in a good position for that deep ball down the field, not letting the receiver put his big body on him, go up over top. The only thing that could have been better is that thing tipped to another defender, and it was an interception, but great coverage by the defender.
And they're able to get him on the ground.
Really nice play call there on second and long by the offensive coordinator. He was able to get a lot of that yardage back by running the football, and now, of course, it sets up a third and manageable situation.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. To the 15. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a third and long. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Going to try to get it himself. They'll force him out of bounds after a solid pickup on the play.
You know what, Reese, it is a great play, and I think they were in nickel, so they brought an extra guy on the field that has some speed, take a linebacker that's a little bit slower off the field, and you can see it paid dividends on that third down.
And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. That's the end of the quarter, and South Carolina has the lead. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played one period. They've swapped ends of the field, and we're ready to go in the second. They'll start the drive here with first down to open this period. They think there's room to run to the right here.
Well, man, there's some big hitting going on in the trenches right now. This defense, they take a lot of pride in stopping the run. Let's keep our eye on them throughout the course of the game and see if they can contain this running attack.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Reacted well to the tip, but just couldn't squeeze the football. Instead of the turnover, it'll be 3rd down.
I know it wasn't an interception, but a lot of times tips and deflections leads to interceptions. Great job by the defender getting his mitt on the football.
Catch in the middle, it's Hawkins. And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker. They were counting on making a few yards after the catch on 3rd down. Instead, they're staring at 4th.
Yeah, and I think a lot of times you trust your guy. You throw it to him, and you say, I can make somebody miss or lower my shoulder and get to the sticks. The defense had none of that. Nice job tackling. Nice job forcing the 4th down.
Will not get there. A 4th down stop.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that fourth down, guys. That was a design quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be, and not letting the quarterback break free. You just can't do a better job than the defense did on that fourth down.
He's back to throw on second down. Going downfield for the big play. On target over the middle. Boy, did he look as if he was going to go. Gets it down to the 37.
Nice confidence by the QB. Good throw over the middle of the field. Nice little strike down the field for a big play. Listen, you got to throw it where it's open. And he found a slot, found a little hole in the middle of the field. Nice job attacking.
The Gamecocks want to pick up the tempo. Now they'll run it on the toss. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. Third down conversions are a huge stat, and this one would be a doozy if they can pull it off. Got the quick pass.
Man, and that's just making it way too easy on the defense. They're laughing at that short throw. They're like, really? Okay, we'll just make an easy tackle and jog our punt return team out on the field. We're going to make it that easy for us.
They'll pass on the 46-yard field goal attempt and go for it here. On fourth down, looking to pass. Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. And the Gamecocks are marching down the field. Looking to move it through the air. Finds his big tight end. Good throwing catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. Give to the running back. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big third down in the red zone. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. And if the kicker can put one through, this will be a successful drive. It's good.
And he knocks another one through. And how about this kicker? Good way to start off your season, right? Like, what do you have at the spot? Sometimes you don't know. Can he make those kicks? Starting off, hasn't missed one yet. Been very dependable for this squad.
The Gators sending the offense back to work. I think the one thing you can say here, Jesse, is that both defenses have done a pretty good job mitigating damages.
Yeah, and on that last drive, not getting it on fourth basically only cost you 3 points. That's the good news. Let's just turn the page, David, and move on.
So I think you can still be aggressive. You can still go for it on fourth down. Now you know you can trust your defense.
He's looking to throw it. Trying to get behind the defense. And it's hauled in at the 10. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Florida.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical in this game.
And he'll get it up to the 38. It'll be a first down. The Gamecocks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Well, with the weapons this offense has, you knew it was just a matter of time in the run game before someone was going to break a long one. They've just been running into a wall. They just couldn't seem to find their creases and get enough movement up front. They finally got it there, picking up the first. Let's see what happens next.
Maybe a little frustrated after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10 from the 38. They go to the ground. Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line. Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. Makes his connection. That'll get the job done and move the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 45. And the Gamecocks will snap it on 1st and 10.
Shotgun fundamentals are so key. He was like a shortstop. Caught the shotgun snap and right away rifled it out of his hands like he was turning two. That was beautiful.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. The play action fake. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the wideout. He can't haul it in. Incomplete. He had him on the crossing route, and he dropped it. The Gamecocks send out the punt unit. First punt of the day, and he'd love to lock them up close to their goal line. And the ball hits at the 3 and gets into the end zone. It'll be a touchback. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Still at their own 20 after that last incompletion. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. The sure hands. It's Hawkins. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
To the air on 1st down. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And it's caught inside the 15. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one.
As a defense, you don't want to give up big plays. You did there, but the good thing is you kept him out of the end zone. Now you got a chance to make a goal line stand, get some momentum back, get the ball back to your offense.
Tripped up for the tackle. And the Gators headed quickly to the line. On the move. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Gator!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground, take the lead going into the half, take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
Ready to try the point after. And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you and attack them.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. Just a short pass to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there. Hey, we're getting close to halftime, and it looks as if the big fella wants to be all over the highlights.
Goodness gracious, he is open. When he leaves the huddle, apparently he's open. A ton of catches already early in this ball game. They are featuring him and finding him.
Well, they tried to catch the defense napping. They're 3rd and short on their own side of the 50, and everyone's thinking run. They go pass, but the defense wasn't fooled, so the QB's just got to throw that one away.
Bringing it back, it's Abrams. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. He lofts one down the sideline. And a penalty flag comes in as that one falls incomplete, but this is going to be a positive play for the offense and defense with pass interference coming.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Just enough time for one final play of the half. Now the play fake. He's looking deep. And he intercepts it. Got some room to run. They make the tackle after the turnover, but hang on just a second. There's a flag on the field. Let's see if it stands. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, you've been calling a lively one so far from there in Columbia. Each of these two offenses has looked like well-oiled machines, but it doesn't take a genius to figure out these two passing attacks have run circles around these defenses. Man or zone, nothing seems to be working. And I'm not sure that defensive coordinator is going to be able to figure things out here at halftime. And with that, let's send it back to the guys on the corner of George Rogers Boulevard and Bluff Road, Williams-Brice Stadium.
And the Gamecocks will line up to kick off and start the 2nd half. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. The Gators sending the offense back to work. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the 1st half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the 2nd half.
To the ground to try to move the chains. They'll move the chains after he gets it to the 43-yard line.
Well, as a defense, you know this is going to be a challenge every time you face this offense. They're one of the 25 best in the nation at getting 1st downs because they can pick them up in a variety of ways, including running the football. You have got to be physical when facing off against this offense.
He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. Love to see the fearlessness of a quarterback to work the middle of the field.
And he's got so much confidence in his own arm talent to be able to get that football there before the defense can break it up.
The Gators are moving quickly down the field. The give to the back. Wrestled down at the 26. It's a gain of 4. After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quick touch pass to the receiver. Headed to the end zone, and they will score. Touchdown, Florida! They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
And the extra point splits the uprights. It's 28-13. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Hey, fellas, here's a quick update on a top 15 clash today. Ole Miss looks like an old punching bag out there today, and any way you slice it, this fan base, heck, this coaching staff just didn't expect that. They're trailing by 14 to Notre Dame. We promise to keep you posted on what goes down in this exciting college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. The Gamecocks moving quickly to the line.
Yeah, and it's been a surprise today for this offense. Like, coming into the game, we all talked about it. We thought they'd be able to run against this defense that's been run on a lot, and this offense just can't get the running game going. It'll be interesting to see what they do to try to change it up, but somehow, some way, they need that physical ground game.
Fires to the big fella. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on 4th down. And the Gamecocks line up to punt it away. And he's going to get it up to about the 29-yard line before he's brought down. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. It's a reverse. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to love this if you're the defensive coordinator, because your defense stayed disciplined. They didn't over-pursue to the running back. They stayed home, played great with their eyes, and they were able to make the tackle.
Handoff from the gun. Still running at the 40. Gets it to the 42-yard line, and that's a 1st down. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Might as well run him until they stop him. He's got it again. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be 1st down. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11.
And the defense is going to have more plays like this. He has had a ball game so far, running wild all day long. Defense finally comes up with a stop. Maybe get a little momentum here.
Over 100 yards already in this game. So if I'm on defense here, I'm adding more guys to the box, anticipating that they're going to continue to give this guy touches today.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Trying play action. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And finally, the defense is able to get some pressure on this quarterback. They have been trying all game long different ways to affect him. Weren't able to get there. But on that play, because of the pressure, it affected his accuracy, and that's why the ball falls incomplete.
How about that defense rising up and stopping him short on 4th down? And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. Line gets set, 1st down. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Wide open downfield. Afterburners coming. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
What a great play call offensively. Taking the shot, you flip the field, and now you better get those red zone play calls ready and dialed up.
The Gamecocks will try to put one on the board on 1st and goal. They want to throw it. They're bringing heat. Chucked it away just as he was hit. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
They've already got a bunch of sacks on them today and another quarterback pressure. This offense has to try to find a way to get the ball out a little bit quicker, to protect the quarterback a little bit more. Whether it's screens, whether it's draws, whether it's rolling your quarterback, something has to change for this offense to protect their quarterback a little bit better.
The line of scrimmage to 2, and these final 2 yards might be the toughest here on 3rd down. Let's it go to the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Gamecocks.
And it's now the 2nd time this wide receiver has scored. Another outstanding job with the route. Great job securing the catch.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. The kickoff bounces through the end zone. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Use the play fake. Now to throw. He's taking the shot. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close, and when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him, and guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
Last incompletion leaves them still sitting at their own 25 with 2nd and 10. The give to the tailback. Works ahead for a couple. They'll stop him at the 27. And the Gators in the hurry-up. Working the middle. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
Well, the play fake on the RPO bought the receiver some time to work himself open on the route. That was a man-to-man coverage on the defense. Nice job by the receiver putting his foot in the ground and separating.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He makes the connection. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
Gain of 10.
We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings.
South Carolina.
1 quarter to go, and might we have the makings of a classic 4th quarter finish. First down to start the drive after the break. He wants to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Abrams. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one.
They're trying to throw the screen out to the receiver. The defense, though, having none of that. They are just too physical. They're too fast, and they force a negative play.
Back to the air one more time. How about that play? A diving snag along the right side.
Man, that's a tough play to make. When you're that far down the field and you're trying to control your body and run as you're laying out, that's a really great effort, really good concentration, and that is how you make your quarterback look really good.
Motion from the offense. Quick pass on the fly motion. Touchdown Gators! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. They are finishing the deal, building the lead here in the 4th, and they are going to go to 7-0. Another touchdown for this guy, and he's starting to get in a groove the way Terry Dean did when he set the single-game record with 7 touchdowns.
Another one. I mean, just putting up stats. This guy's finding the end zone, and he can do it all, just showing it off left and right. When you play in such a physical league like the SEC, but you got a guy like this that can get an extra first down and really keep those chains moving and score big plays and big touchdowns, good luck stopping.
South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Offense getting set for first down. Looking to move it through the air. Pressure in his face, and he lets it fly. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Looking to pass on 2nd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. Keeps the legs moving. And excellent vision to find running room there and make a really good pickup before the defense put a stop to it.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and make big chunks of plays on the ground. It's just impossible to be on defense nowadays.
And after the incompletion on 1st down, this offense looking at 2nd down. They'll go to the air. Complete. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. And the Gamecocks will hustle to the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. Couldn't quite haul it in. They almost had their first pick here late in the game.
I'll tell you what, I don't know if the offense was expecting man coverage that time. 3rd and long in field goal range, you're expecting it to be zone. Instead, they lock them up man-to-man, everybody on an island, everybody won. They get the incompletion now setting up 4th.
Fires the pass, intercepted. Looking for more room. He steps out of bounds, but not only does he get the ball back, what a return to set up his offense.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
Hey, I'll tell you what, that slot receiver, he may not be the biggest receiver in the world, but he is shifty, and he runs really good routes. You saw it on that play.
After a good pickup on the run, it's 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Got it in the middle, it's Hawkins. And they make the tackle, but he has plenty for the 1st down.
I don't know if they're trying to get this guy Heisman consideration, but the fact that they're still throwing the ball at this point of the game with a lead like they have is surprising, I gotta be honest.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. All the way down to the 25-yard line, they move the sticks, it's 1st down.
Big reason why his team has the lead right now late is because of his performance running the football. Well over 100 yards in this game. They knew that they were going to have to really put a lot of pressure on him. He'd have to shoulder the load, and he has delivered for his offense all game long.
Quarterback checking the play. They stop him right on the edge of the red zone, a pickup of 5 to the 20.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. They'll run the screen. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground.
There are a lot of offensive coordinators out there in a similar situation with a lead like this. They'd definitely be running the ball at this point. They'd probably take their starting quarterback out of the game potentially, but not this unit. They're still staying aggressive. They're still taking shots. They're just trying to light up the scoreboard.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
Smart move to keep it on the ground. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in.
Touchdown, Florida! And the beatdown has ensued. They give themselves just a little more cushion as they close in on extending this winning run.
Salt into wound, right? Late in the fourth quarter, you can run the football, run this game out. No, sir. I'm going to continue to pad my stats, find my receiver out wide, and give me another touchdown.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. And the South Carolina offense is back on the field. After that last pick, David, they really need to take care of the ball this time.
No doubt. And Palmer, I want to know what Spurrier said to you on the sideline after a pick.
Do that again, and you'll be right here beside me for the rest of the game. You got to go out. You got to call your plays. And I hope this coaching staff isn't going to be afraid to throw at this drive. Just didn't seem like the quarterback and his intended target were on the same page there.
2nd down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. Finds his back in the middle. And the catch was one thing, and the run even better. A big pickup on that one. We reached the 2-minute warning, and we see miracles in college football all of the time, and they could use one here. They're trying to get to it. They get enough rush, and it pays off. The sack at the 20. Trying to get everybody set with the clock still running. On 2nd down, looking to throw. Just gets rid of it before the heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. On 3rd and long, no secret what he needs here. Quick completion on the out route. He's run out of bounds, but not before. Turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. The Gamecocks come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Trying to find his man on 1st down. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on. This offense is like running a perfection drill in practice against air. Chunk play after chunk play, and here they come again. And they got him. They'll get him down for the sack. And the Gamecocks come to the line in the hurry up. Dialing up a 2nd down pass play. Quickly to the tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the 1st. On 3rd and long, a check down would be the last resort. And the ball comes out. What a disastrous play. Bounced right back to them. Let's see what they dial up on this 4th down. Remember, they're 1 for 2 so far in this one. Fires and picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. And with the interception, he'll take it all the way back. Touchdown, Gators. They extend this fourth quarter lead, and now they are staring at a 7-game winning streak.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. South Carolina ready to go on the attack in another offensive odyssey. Not a lot to feel great about in this one, Jesse, but I'm sure they'll try to seek out some positives.
Well, this might be an opportunity, too, Reese, to go back when they watch this game and just find the plays and the schemes that were working. There weren't a lot, obviously, David, but maybe an opportunity for the coaching staff to condense the playbook.
I was going to say, there's not a lot of good to go back to. That'd be a quick film session because there was more negatives than positives. But when you look at this week you've got a week to figure it out, figure out what your offense is going to be moving forward.
That last play is the kind of thing the offense can really build some momentum on, and now they've got it 1st and 10 outside. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with a sack.
A 10-yard loss on the play. Brings up second down.
This is what you're looking for when you have the better team. Go out and show it. Don't fool around with them. Go out and play to a standard of excellence.
Just dominate. You know you're going to take care of business. You know you're going to win. It's like how many? How many can I win by? And I like that you keep your foot on the gas and just continue to pile it on. It's their job to stop you. Let them do their job. You just keep going on.
It's not about the X's and the O's. It's the Jimmies and the Joes. This is why recruiting is so important in college football. They just had better players. More physical. They were faster, and it showed today.
So that's going to do it for us. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis saying so long. This has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.